Hot damn, we got her going. Happy Friday, everybody. Holy cow. How's everybody doing? I think we'll have to move the show to 9:15 because it seems like that's the only time this thing wants to work. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Let's get some people on here. What's everybody doing? Tanya, good morning to you. How are you? Shad, good morning, brother. Hey, excited about season 2. I'll talk about your show here in a little bit. But listen to that your most recent episode here, man. Looking forward to that. That's awesome. Lots to talk about. So, bear with me. If you jump on, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you guys are at in the world. I'm happy it's Friday. What do you guys got going on this weekend? Anybody got anything going on? Good? Like you knew I was going to ask. Zach Williams concert. I said, that's cool. Right on. Take pics. Let us know. You get to get dressed? All right, good for you. Christina, good morning. Sis, how you doing? Up in Superior. All right. Oh, man. It's been so long since I've been up in that part of Wisconsin. I got to head up that way. I'm assuming it's still pretty cold up there, Tanya. So, all right, listen. It's Friday, thank goodness. And this is the last Friday of March. So the green, we're switching it up. Next week, you're going to see a different bow tie. We got to do something different in April. What do you guys want to see? Do we want to see like Easter or more pastel, spring kind of a thing? Let me know. But so goodbye March. This is what's going on. Nicole, hello. How are you? Sunny in Charleston, South Carolina. Very nice. Very nice. It was really foggy here this morning up here in Pennsylvania, but it is much nicer now. Al, good morning to you, brother. Thanks for jumping on. Mark. Al, I got to hit you up this week because I'm going to be in your neck of the woods here in a couple of weeks. You and Nicole. So I'll be driving through that area in a few weeks. I'll reach to you guys offline and let you know more details about it. So Nicole, you want bunnies? Is that what you want for the bow tie? Is that what you're asking? I didn't think about that. I may have to do that. As long as I can stay away from like the Cadbury eggs and all the Easter sweets and stuff. I've been doing fairly good, but not good enough. So I got to do that. I got to get better at that. All right, let's get into this week's topics because there's a couple of them that really kind of blow my mind. So first off, goodbye March. Last Friday. This is the last Friday of March. So next month's going to be good. But let's talk about some of these topics this week. New money. I'm hearing a lot of things about the United States having its own cryptocurrency, and I'm going to post a link here. In fact, I'm going to multitask here and do it now. Reading this was very interesting. I know I don't know who out there is in who's in doing cryptocurrency or anything like that. If you are, I'd love to know more about it. I don't know much about it, quite frankly. But I'm starting to see that the United States is looking to create its own cryptocurrency and kind of control the different types of money. And they say that they're looking to get rid of like the corruption and stuff like that of like there's several thousand companies in the United States alone that accept like Bitcoin and stuff like that. So the government's trying to get a hold of like fraud and stuff like that. So anyway, what are your thoughts on crypto? Leave a message or post something underneath and let me know. Travis, good morning to you, brother. We're going to be talking about you here in a few. Let's see your bunny ears. Sounds great. Oh, nice. Al, I like the boat idea. So yeah, I don't know much about crypto, but I feel like there's something else is coming here very, very soon. And I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I feel like our economy and the dollar has decreased quite a bit. It just seems like we're printing a lot of money, which is why we're seeing a lot of inflation. I could be wrong. I'm not no expert, and if you disagree with me, by all means, let me know. Joe, good morning to you, brother. Thanks for jumping on, man. Um, so yeah, if you're into crypto, I don't know much about it, but educate us or let us know what you guys think of the United States coming up with its own coin or crypto coin, whatever. And I'm just curious to learn about it. So if anybody has any more information, please post it so the rest of us can learn more. Next topic: food shortages. There's on the news this morning. I know I got caught. I'm admitting it. I was watching the mainstream media. I was doing it from the treadmill at the gym though. If that no, nothing. Okay. Well, uh so there's supposed to be a lot of food shortages coming, and they say that it's tied with the war in the Ukraine and stuff like that. My question to you is, if what are you doing about it? What do you guys do? How many people grow their own foods right now? I got 5 gallon buckets. I started doing this a couple years ago. We do potatoes, sweet potatoes, garlic, onions, kind of the bulb stuff with the roots. I also have an indoor hydroponic uh, a tree garden, and I can grow 32 different types of stuff there. Why do I say this? I saw this happening several years ago, and I got to thinking about, what happens if you can't go to the store, or when you go to the store and you don't have uh, they don't have what you're looking for or the stuff that you need. Take the toilet paper crisis of 2020 or 2021, whenever the toilet paper stuff happened. I mean, it's crazy to think, but are you growing your own foods? And you don't have to, like, oh, I'm going to go plant a forest of, pear trees and apple trees and all these, berries and stuff like that. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, like, start small, because I think this is stuff that we all kind of need to start doing ourselves and be a little more self-sufficient. And I say that in respect to, this way you never go hungry if I miss that. So, you know, learn how to, if you like a lot of butter or whatnot, make your own butter. You know, get involved with, if you have farmers in and around your area. There's a couple of farmers here locally that I've befriended, become friends with, and just chatting with them of what they do, what you can do. Some of them have cows. Might exchange some stuff later on, depending on what I can get to grow this year. So with the food shortage and stuff, what are you doing, or how are you preparing right now for those food shortages? And you see a lot on social media, the survival guides, with like the old food stuff that you can make and whatnot, that's supposed to last several years, um, for forever. And some of those things aren't a bad idea. We get canned foods, extra water, stuff like that. So anyway, tell me what you guys are doing to prepare for food shortages. If you are, do you grow your own foods? And if you grow your own foods, I'd like to hear what it is and how you do it. All right, let me get me caught up here. Give me a second here on these messages here. I live live. Let's hear JD. What's up, brother? How are you? Your pizza tree is not growing. Oh, jeez. Uh, yes, Joe Stojic. Yeah. Congratulations again on the house. Large garden, chickens. Yeah, those are all good. That's one thing I would like to do. I learned this too. I didn't realize this, but I guess there's two different types of chicken. You have meat chickens, and you have like chickens that lay eggs and stuff. And like the chickens that lay eggs, it usually takes about a year before they can like start producing eggs. I could be wrong. This is just what I've heard. But then like the meat chickens are like the chickens that you get in the store and whatnot. Those big companies, they usually grow those chickens now with, they pump them full of hormones and stuff like that. So they end up doing it for about 30 to 45 days, and then they, dispatch the chicken and then sell them. I've learned, and just through research and stuff like that, and some of the people that I've talked to that raise meat chickens, you do it for the full. You can do it naturally for the full. They say about 90 days, and then you have a bunch of meat, and you feed them naturally. Just pull them around your yard, let them eat the grass, the bugs, stuff like that. So anyway, that's it for the food shortages stuff. But again, if you guys are, you got farm animals or you're growing your own, you got a garden, I want to know what's in it. Let us know. Andrew, good morning, brother. Thank you for jumping on. Always appreciate it. Tanya, I like the outside gardens too, but it's not always like especially where you're at, up in Superior and northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin. You can't always grow stuff year round. So there's seasons, and that's why I like the hydroponic stuff, because you can grow some of that stuff indoors year round on a system, and there's ways to do it. I started doing it a couple of years ago. I like the way I did it, but it's that's just me. Moving on. Next up, I want to talk about, I put down leadership on here because the first time I put something, I kept getting kicked off. So N.W.O, New World Order. Who is that? I am kind of being ignorant right now, but not really. And I'm not going to spend a lot on this because I'm not going to go completely political on you guys this morning. But we've heard our president say, there's a new world order, and who's involved, and we got to get people, other countries involved with that. And I found a list. For those of you that don't know, I just posted the link. The link was from January of this year, I believe, and it kind of gives a more detailed thing. And there's some history behind it as well. Andrew, that's exactly what I thought at first. New World Order, like, yeah, you think WCW days, Monday night, Hogan, Hall, and Nash. That's Joe. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's kind of what I was thinking at first, but now I'm talking real world stuff here. So that's all I'm going to say about New World Order, and I say that because I want you guys to get educated on that. It's stuff that we should know, and it's really kind of funny. The definitions that they give, and there's a lot of history there because it dates all the way back to World War I. So it was very interesting as well. Next up, March Madness. How many people are tracking the games right now? It's absolutely crazy, right? March Madness is nuts. My bracket's already screwed up, but we'll be in Philadelphia this weekend for Sweet 16. We'll be down in New Orleans. So if you guys are going to be in any one of those places watching the games or whatnot, who are your teams? I'm a college sports nut. I love the college sports, so that's why I throw that in there, and it's my show. So that's it for March Madness. Next up, man, we are hitting the road in a couple weeks. April, I'm going to be on the road all over the country, quite frankly. It's going to be awesome. And I want you guys, if I'm going to name off the cities that I'm going to be in, and if you are in any of those areas or along those areas of where I travel, let me know. I want to meet up with you guys, all right? So first off, April 7th, I'm going to be out in Woodbury, Tennessee at Short Mountain Distillery with our sister company, HMG Beverage. I had to think about who our sister company is, and I created it. Yeah, April 7th, Short Mountain Distillery out in Woodbury, Tennessee. I'm going to be out there on the 7th all day. Come on out. I'll grab you lunch. We'll take the tour. I'll show you around. It's going to be awesome. So if you're in and around Woodbury, Tennessee on April 7th, come out and say hello. April 9th, I'm going to be in Tennessee. Actually, I'll be in Memphis, Tennessee, April 8th and 9th for Operation Giving Back and Operation TP Pyramid basically to promote the Tennessee VFW Foundation. It is going to be awesome. Andrew, you better come out and see me in Woodbury because I know I'm going to see you in Memphis for sure. I'm loving Tennessee every time. The more and more I go out there, and it is absolutely crazy. And Travis, I'm going to see Travis out there for the first time. I'm looking forward to that. So, April 7th, Woodbury, Tennessee, Short Mountain Distillery, April 8th and 9th. Memphis, Tennessee, Operation Giving Back and Operation TP Pyramid. So come check us out. If you're going to be in those areas, please come say hello. April 15th, Tampa, Florida. We're going to be down there with the Tampa Bay Veterans Closet, and we're going to be suiting up those who have served. And we got about 15 people right now, I believe, who is going to be suiting up. And we're there with our friends from Team Auto and from JB Auto Clothiers. So come on down. If you are in that area or in Florida and you want to get suited for a suit, there's a criteria that you have to meet. Make sure you go check out teamauto.com. And I'm going to post this right now so I don't forget. If you're in, like I said, the Tampa area, there's the information there. I'll put a flyer later on. So that's April 15th. And then April 29th through May 1st is the first annual barbecue competition in Jamestown, Rhode Island. Never been to Rhode Island. This is going to be great. I'm looking forward to this. For more information on that event, you can go to hogsforheroes.com, and I'll post that stuff after the show here as well. Melon, how are you, brother? Good show this week, guys. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, so you're coming on at just the right time. What else do we have before we get into the shows? Hey, that's it for the announcements. I want to see you guys on the road. I'm driving this whole time. So from here to Tennessee, Tennessee to Florida, Florida back up north here, and then all the way up to Rhode Island and everything in between. I can make stops. I'll be in my vehicle. So let me know where you guys are at, and hopefully I can come see you. We'll figure something out or meet up somewhere. It'd be awesome. New show announcement. We got a new show coming to you in April. It's called the Live Free Series. It's this awesome show. It's coming soon. I'm going to post that link. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and multitask while I do the show here with you guys. So check that out. And now we're going to get started into what you missed on this week's shows. And first in the queue, our man Travis with Oscar Mike Radio. He did a live the other night, which was awesome. And I hope I say his name right, Travis, but special guest, Chris Sawin. He's a Marine veteran and an attorney. Chris joined the Marine Corps after he used his GI Bill and other benefits to pursue a law degree. Sawin's law focuses on probate law. This was a very educational piece on probate law. And if you have to go through that process, it's an extended process, and it's not an easy process by any means. Boston Magazine has recognized Chris for his advocacy as a Massachusetts Super Lawyers Rising Star in the area of family law in 2020 and 2021. Only 2.5% of attorneys are selected as rising stars for a research team at the Super Lawyers to receive that award. So that is absolutely awesome. All right, cool. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that. I always butcher names, man. Yeah, folks, use your GI Bill. That's great advice there, too. So that was Oscar Mike Radio. Check that one out because that was a really good one. Really, really good and very educational. Check it out. Next up, you got the Arms Room Show. This week, they are discussing why you should perform maintenance and checkups on all of your firearms. Really? You should do that? Yes. If you are a shooter, and hunter or whatnot, or just do it recreationally, make sure you perform maintenance and checkup on all your firearms. So check that out. That's this week's The Arms Room Show. Next up, the Decision Hour with yours truly. This week I sat down with a veteran and author, Betsy Ross. Betsy shares her story of transitioning out of the military and kind of what it was like for her. She didn't have a very good experience with the transition. We talk about how she started writing and sharing her story and how it led to sharing other people's stories through transition, PTSD, etc. And she did all this in hopes that it would educate people. She has a book series called Fight. Fight is short. Let me see here. The series with a mission to promote the importance of veteran awareness in general and mental health. Many question why 22 plus veterans commit suicide a day. Fight brings some of the raw and real awareness to light. And I'm going to post that stuff here as well. And let me tell you something, like you read these books and it's kind of like some people's reaction to it was like, whoa, it's just taken back. Like, why are we talking about it? It has to be talked about. It's it's very educational. It's something that we tiptoe around too much. And she does a great job bringing a lot of these issues to light in her writing. And a lot of the characters used in the books are real life people and some are not. And they're great. So check that out. I'm going to post, I'll have her direct link to where you can get her books after the show. And there she is right there. Betsy, how are you? Good morning. Thank you for jumping on. So great book series, Betsy, and appreciate you jumping on with me this week. All right, next up, Veterans Unite with our man Shad. Gives us a sneak peek of what season 2 is going to be like for him. So check it out. That's this week's Veterans Unite as he talks about season 2, which is up and coming here. Next up, we got Not Your Average Operator. This week, they're talking about their journey in review. This is their 89th episode. And it's always great to kind of take stock where you've been. This is one of the most important parts of determining where you are now, and it helps you kind of refocus on the journey that lies ahead, right? This week, the team takes some time to go over their standout episodes that they've had thus far. And it's kind of difficult. Some of them are a little difficult to talk about, and you can hear it in their voice. And some of them are just super funny. It's great. So they take a listen as they kind of reflect on some of the episodes. And the reason why they're reflecting on the past 89 episodes that they've done now is because they make a very, very large, very, very big announcement for an opportunity that has presented itself to them. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to listen to the episode. I know what it is, and it's exciting, and it's going to be awesome. So check out this week's Not Your Average Operator. All right, next, let's see here. We got good morning. Yep, good morning. That's right. She is amazing, Mark. Awesome. Next up, we got... I haven't seen her comment yet, but the Power of Investing in People podcast with Shay Sparks. I can't help but to laugh because she called me earlier this week, and when Shay and I get together on the phone, we try to have a serious conversation, and it usually takes us a little while before we can get to that serious conversation. We're too busy laughing and stuff. This week, she had a great guest on the show. What do you do when you fall down in your business? This week, our buddy Daniel Tolson shares his philosophy of the road to success during his entrepreneurship journey. Shay does a great show. She's going to be pumping out 2 episodes a week. Daniel Tolson, I've had him on my show. Just an awesome human being. So check it out. You're going to love this one. The Power of Investing in People podcast. Let me see here. Next up, one of our newer shows. I don't talk about this one very much. This one here, you have to check it out. This is getting to be one of the hottest shows around. Environmentally speaking, this week we titled this one Riverkeeper. Riverkeeper. Yeah, when I first heard that, I'm thinking of like, some wizard standing next to a bridge, thou shalt not pass kind of a thing. That's not what we're talking about here. This show focuses a lot on Rhode Island and the laws, environmental laws up in Rhode Island. the one reason why I really, really like this show is because you can take that there and you can incorporate it and find stuff in your own state, which is absolutely awesome. I think personally, and it's very entertaining and educational. But this week they sit down with, I'm not even going to try to say the Bay River, Kate McPherson. They discuss the Keeper program and the Save the Bay, which is an organization that houses the river bay that I can't pronounce, River Keeper, and it's actually this bay has 3 keepers, and I'll post it after the show because I'm just going to butcher it. But nonetheless, so what does a River Keeper do? You hear River Keeper and you're like, the hell's a River Keeper? That's that's what I said. So Kate shares her background because each River Keeper kind of has their own background of what they do and whatnot. It was very interesting to learn this stuff, and I was trying to do it without picturing somebody standing by a gate. Yeah, I know, I'm an idiot. Whatever. But you got to check this out. Environmentally speaking, River Keeper. It's a really cool episode, and I'm sure that if you look, you probably have River Keepers in your state as well. So check that out. Next up, we got Time to Shine Today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. This week, finding her greatest victory and loss with author and coach Teresa Ruse. Teresa is a Dallas wife, a mother who has built a winning career in sports and high school admissions, but found her greatest victory in loss. Against the advice of medical experts, Teresa carried full term a child she was warned would die at birth or before. That season, Teresa's team won every game. The child in her grew, and eventually she held and loved the daughter who wasn't supposed to live. In 6 days of a brief and remarkable life, N.W.O. Ruse rewrote the medical chapter on a condition called trisomy 18. I haven't looked that one up, but it's a chromosomal condition. This was kind of pulls on your heartstrings a little bit, but it's a very rewarding, I would say, show, and learned a lot from it. So this was a really cool one. That's this week's Time to Shine Today. I can't talk. All right, next up, give me just a hot second here. All right, next up, we got Label Free Podcast. This week, premiered guest, Courtney St. Cox. Courtney St. Croix, that's what I meant to say, St. Croix, is a best-selling author and publisher, podcast producer, and creative director / CEO of Lead Her Publishing. Really cool company. I've looked into this a little bit. Courtney is a certified book publisher with an HBA in English literature and a certification in leadership development for women. Her publishing agency specializes in nonfiction, specifically in the self-help and personal development genres, and she is passionate about helping women share their voice and message through the medium of self-publishing. This is really cool. I love anything like this because we're in the self-help publishing business as well. So this is really cool, and she does a really good job with this, and it's cool listening to this episode, getting to know Courtney more. So check that out. That's this week's Label Free Podcast. Let me see here. What else we got? We got quite a few more. Stand by. Here we go. Next up is the MSEC Podcast, brought to you in part by our friends at Military Child Education Coalition. This week, Claiming a Seat at the Table, Part 2. The staff of STOMP, which stands for Specialized Training of Military Parents, discussed the important role that parents have in advocating for the emotional, medical, and educational needs of their loved ones with Exceptional Needs. Great show. Check it out. Again, if you are in the military, whether you're active duty, guard, reserve, or you're a veteran, and I'd go as far as to say, even if you're not, check out Military Child Education Coalition. If you have a child of age that's in school, and they have a ton of great resources, and especially our active duty people moving around, PCSing and whatnot. They have a lot of tools to help you move and get the kids set up in the next school, et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you check that out. That's the MSEC podcast for the week. Ubaldi Reports, you can go check out their shows, political banter, back and forth. They do that a couple times a week. You can go to their Facebook page, Ubaldi Reports. The S3, JD was on here earlier. I'm sure he's got something lined up for you this weekend, and I couldn't even tell you what it is. I'm sure there's going to be some digs, probably hurt feelings, but whatever, go check that out. I'm sure he'll post something here in a little bit. Check out the S3 Sports Show as he covers anything and everything sports related. Last, certainly not least, we got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. This past week, the title of the show was 3 Successes. They talked with my buddy Brian Jacobs, who's a chef. He came on. They had the band Three Beards came back on, did some live, which was really cool. And Andrea, who's one of the hosts of the show, she judged a chili cook-off, and she shares her experience there. All of these are really cool stories. If you want to check out the People's Patriot Projects, we got your 6 at 6. It's every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check it out. Let me see here. What else? Coming soon. Hey, we're still talking to Cowboy Jacks and Lauren Harris. They got the License for Love coming soon. We're getting ready for that, so stay tuned for that. Thank you to our sponsors, Simper Savage. I had a great conversation with John yesterday for about an hour and a half. Absolutely love Simper Savage. Best salad dressings and marinades on the planet. Go check them out, Simper Savage. HMG Beverage, our sister company. We got some more announcements coming up with them, and you can actually now follow HMG Beverage on Facebook. We haven't posted anything because I'm slacking, but we're on Instagram, and we got more there. So we got the coffee, teas, and stuff. We had to put that on a hiatus, but that's coming back here very soon. Stay tuned for that. My Tax Fella, my boy Anthony, and his entire staff over at My Tax Fella they're awesome. It's tax season. You need help. This is the people that we go to. We've trusted them for the last decade. Go check them out and give my boy Anthony a shout. And then Short Mountain Distillery. We're going to be out there in a couple of weeks. Make sure you check it out. Short Mountain Distillery. They help us with our gin, and all around great people over there. They got their restaurant is really good. Their tours are awesome. Go tour and sample some of the tasty beverages that they make over there. So make sure you check that out. That's it. What did JD say? Is he talking? There's so much going on in sports right now. Yeah, there's a lot going. There's just a lot going on in the world, period. So I appreciate all of you jumping on this morning. I'm actually impressed with myself that I was able to keep it under 40 minutes thus far. I meant what I said. I want to go back to real quick the crypto stuff, everything that we kind of talked about at the beginning of the show, the new money, the food shortages, the new world order and stuff like that. Educate yourselves on this stuff, and I don't know much about any of them really. The food shortages I do a little bit because I have been trying to be more self-sufficient the last couple of years. I enjoy it. It's peaceful, gardening and stuff like that. I find it peaceful. The crypto stuff, those of you that are diversifying your portfolios and stuff like that, investing in whether it's precious metals or crypto or real estate or what have you. Maybe we could do a talk more about stuff like that. Like, what do you find is working good for you? Is it crypto? Is it real estate? Is it precious metals, whether it's gold or silver, or what are the types of things that you are investing in, planning for your future, and whatnot. And then again, the New World Order stuff. It's more like, keep your mind clear, focus on what you can, but also know what's going around you. There's a lot of media that's being censored right now, and a lot of stories that aren't being told. And hopefully, we're going to be able to make a change with that here very soon. So, and then again in April, hey, I'm going to be on the road. Let me know where you guys are at in the world, and let's see if we can get down there. All right. So, I'll put down where we're going to be coming here in April. Here in the next couple of minutes, I'll have all the shows and stuff listed here right after the show within the next 20 minutes or whatnot. So check back so you can get your favorite episode that you missed this week. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me this week. As always, God bless you, God bless America, and I'll see you guys next week.